Hello, my diet tribe. Welcome to another video session of Let's Talk Diabetes with Nkiruka. So today, as promised from my last video, I said I was going to talk about different meal combinations, like African meal combinations. And today, I'm also going to be talking about portion sizes as well. So I will tell you what I have been doing, and you could benefit from it. We are all different. The portions I've been eating have worked perfectly well for myself, and I eat everything. I don't select meals to eat and meals not to eat. What I pay more and most attention to is the portion of every meal I eat, the timing, the way the meal is prepared. So this is what every person living with diabetes as an individual needs to understand. So you need to understand how these different African meals affect your blood sugar control. It might be different from everyone. I could give you one very good example. Like my mom and I live with type 1. My mom lives with type 2 diabetes. And my mom sits nicely with her blood sugar readings when she takes Quaker oat porridge. But for me, even with the insulin I take to match up the Quaker oat porridge, it still spikes my blood sugar. So anytime I'm going to take Quaker oat, I take it at the time that I'm most active so that I can burn off the excess glucose in my bloodstream. So you need to take that time to understand how all these different meals affect you as an individual. So I'm going to be telling you about different samples, the way you can combine them, and point of note, every meal that I'm mentioning here has to go in tandem with a vegetable side dish. So it is compulsory. You can't do without the veggies or fruits. So you must add them to your meals. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about the millet or sorghum porridge. So rather than taking what we call akamu, which is heavy in carbs, it is preferable you take the millet porridge. So what I mean by the millet porridge is you're blending the millet with the husk or the sorghum with the husk. You mix it all together. You make a porridge just like the way you would make Quaker oat. You add milk, sprinkle some nuts, but do not add sugar. So like blending it up with the husk actually increases the fiber content, and this will not cause your blood sugar levels to rise. But you also have to be mindful of the portion. So today I've got some measuring cups. This everyone can get from a baker's cup. So this is a half cup measure. So you can fill this with your porridge. For those people who are actually more active, maybe you do jobs that take quite a lot of your energy, you can double this to make it like a whole cup. But you also have to understand how this quantity impacts with your blood sugar level. So you need to just have like a wee diary. That's what I've always done. I have a diary, and this diary helped me understand how the different meal portions affect my blood sugar control. So you have things like plantain. You have things like plantain. So if you're going to have to eat plantain, either ripe or unripe plantain, you need to eat half a finger of plantain. So rather than finishing a whole finger of plantain, you take half a finger of plantain to be accompanied by steamed vegetables such as ugu, spinach, kale, or collard green with any protein of your choice. And for plantain lovers who like it fried or, yeah, fried, ripe or unripe, I advise that you eat like 4 pieces of the plantain, fried plantain, with steamed vegetable and any protein of your choice. And for people who love taking Quaker oats, rather than taking the quick cooking oats, which is commonly seen in most of the shops, you try and look out for what we call rolled oats. So rolled oats takes a longer time to cook because of its high fiber content. So taking the rolled oats is preferable to taking the quick cooking oats. So after preparation of the oats, like I said, the half cup measure is what will be most ideal for you to take if you're going to have breakfast. And for people who love to eat bread, rather than sitting down and eating 4 slices of bread, 2 slices of bread is actually most appropriate. So you can make it into a sandwich and fill it up with your lettuce, your tomatoes, boiled egg. If you've got ham, you can put some ham in it, and go along with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and that will serve as an ideal breakfast meal for yourself. So the vegetables in the sandwich makes it more filling, and most preferably you can toast it to reduce the carbohydrate content of the bread. And for people who love Irish potatoes, so just having like 3 medium-sized Irish potatoes with steamed vegetables and any protein of your choice is most ideal. And for the moi moi lovers, rather than taking moi moi and akamu, that is like starch plus starch, which is starch squared. It is not a good combination. So it's best you take moi moi with vegetables and protein of choice. So vegetable is a must have in all your meals. And for people who like the combination of boiled white rice with beans, that is a very common combination in our African meals. I will advise that you take little portions of each, because the black-eyed beans that we actually think is protein based is not actually protein based. So it contains more carbs than protein. So if you're going to mix it up with or match it up with rice, you need to have a smaller portion. If not, what you're actually doing is matching up carb plus carb, which is not the ideal combination. So if you're going to have to eat like rice and beans, obviously you're going to have a vegetable side dish and protein of your choice. So this is a 1/3 cup measure and a half cup measure. So the half cup of rice and the 1/3, and then the vegetable to fill up the rest of the space is most ideal combination and protein of choice. And then for puff puff lovers like myself, I love puff puff so much. It's a Nigerian snack, but I have come to learn to control my urge to want to eat more than 2 of this very delicious Nigerian popular snack. So it's best you have like 2. You can see, like I told you initially, I eat everything, but what I concentrate on is the portion of what I am eating. I don't feel left out in my diet, because ideally there's nothing like a diabetes diet. That's what people used to think like 4 decades ago. There's really nothing like diabetes diet. persons living with diabetes can actually eat everything. But what matters the most is how you prep the food and how you combine the meals and how much you're taking. And for fruit intake, if you have to take a banana, it's just one banana per day. And for apple, oranges, any fruit that you can have that is whole should be one, except for the pineapples and the watermelon, which you just need a very tiny slice. And for people who love yam, you can just have a thin slice of yam to be accompanied by a vegetable dish. And for swallow, what I usually tell people to know the quantity of swallow to eat, when you fold, let me use my right hand, when you fold your hands, this portion here is the portion of eba, plantain swallow, fufu that is advisable for you to eat. And for people who love taking cornflakes, for people who love taking cornflakes for breakfast, I usually advise you use like this half cup to measure the quantity of cornflakes that you're taking. So this is really, really very important. So portion control is really, really, really important. So I'm going to show you guys something else. So I've got a plate here. So this is mostly the kind of flat dishes that we would see in our homes. So this is called the plate method for you to know how to apportion all your meals. So if we divide this plate into two equal halves, you have one half here and the other half here. So this half here, you're meant to fill it up with your vegetable, and dividing the second half here into a 1/4 and a 1/4 here. This 1/4 here should serve for your carbohydrate meals, and this 1/4 here should serve for your protein meals. So this is what we call the plate method. So you can use this to know how to apportion your food portions in a plate. So remember, we divide it into two equal halves. This half is for vegetables. The other half you divide into 2/4. The top, you have the carbs, and then the lower, you have your protein of choice. So, guys, take home message: you need to understand how all these meals affect you as an individual. Remember that no two persons will have the same outcome eating the same meal. I always advise people, get a wheat diary, check your blood sugars against any meal you eat, 2 hours or 3 hours preferably. This will help you know how the different meals that you have eaten affect your blood sugar. And the timing of meals also is very, very important. It's best to have your dinner at most by 7 p.m. and at least by 5 p.m. So when you've put all this together, you will see a positive outcome with managing your diabetes better with your diet. So I hope I've been able to help you understand and convince you that you can still enjoy your African meals with even if you live with diabetes. So you don't have to say, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. You can actually eat everything, but you also need to understand how these different meals affect you as an individual. So remember, you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I'm looking forward to your questions in the comment section of my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys there, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you would have with regards to the different African meals and managing your diabetes. Bye.